Hi, Beck Ann here, and I am getting ready to do Alicia Call Me Crafty Owl's sheetload of cards for May. And all you have to do to get your sheetload of cards is subscribe to her channel. And you get this cutting guide. And I'm excited about this sketch because I saw this and I've never made this a shutter style card before, but I thought of this paper pad that I had picked up. It's a DCWV, and I saw these two colors and this little ladybug down here, and I thought I want to do a ladybug card. So I'm going to figure it out with the yellow and the red and white polka dots, and I'll be back. So I did go ahead and cut it, and I got my panels. I'm just going to show you 4 of them. Yeah. This is what I have so far. And it was really, really easy to cut this time. Sometimes they're a little more complicated. Now, I'm going to use black strips for my cards. Some black strips of paper. So what I decided to do was just go to my scraps and cut my 4/4 inch strips. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do here is put one together with you. Alright, so what I decided to do to try and make sure I get this centered is this is 2 inches this way. So I know that there's an inch in. So I took my ruler and have put it an inch in, and then I'm going to place my square or rectangle between it, and then we'll see if I have gotten it centered. It's always nice to have a grid mat and have your ruler handy. Let's see if it's centered. I think I got it. So that's really going to help if you have a grid mat, and I'm just going to place each one on top of the other one. Again, I'm going to take my ruler and place it an inch in, and then get my glue on. And I feel like glue is really going to help you. Alright, so now, knowing an inch in and an inch down, let's see, does it look even? I think I got it. So that's really going to help you if you do this sheetload. I actually started to do this off camera and decided I would show you how I'm doing the panel, or I mean the strip, because the way that you go, you want to start in one place and glue it over. Now I'm finding it easiest to take my glue and actually run it down the paper as opposed to trying to put it on the back of the strip. This actually is quite an easy sketch this month. It just is going to take that measuring, which really, once you get the hang of it, isn't hard at all. Alright, so I really like how Alicia gives you the picture of the card at the actual size so that you know exactly what it should look like when you're finished. Now, a little of the glue slid out, and I'm okay with that because this particular glue, it dries clear. Alright, so I feel like I needed to show you how I was doing that just so you can, you know, maybe it will help you when you do your sheet load this month. There. That's how they're going to look. And that was pretty simple. You know, when I picked this paper, I started getting too into my head thinking maybe it's not the right paper to use, but I really wanted to do it. So you could spend all day going back and forth and picking different papers that to use. So I do recommend, once you feel good with the paper you choose, to just go for it, because it's not going to maybe feel right until you actually get the paper together. Once I started getting these together, I knew it was a good pick for me. Alright, whoops. I'm going to finish these up and then we'll decide what the next part is. Alright, so this isn't part of the instructions, but I decided to cut a panel 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 to fit behind my panel, my pattern paper panel. I just feel like I was putting it on some different papers and I felt like the little edge of black really set it off. So that's how I decided to finish up the panel. And now it's time to get it on some card bases. Alright, so I decided to put the one with the yellow panel in the middle on white card bases and the one with the red panel on a yellow card stock. And I've stamped from the heart on the backs of all of them. I will put my name back here. This is an old stamp I've had, and it just works out perfect. So I've done that, and the best part is dressing them up. So I decided, I knew I had these stickers in my stash for a very long time, and I'm not sure if I'm going to put them on the outside or on the inside, but it definitely gave me some inspiration. I have also these daisies that I got from Crafter's Companion. They're a Crafter's Companion, so I knew I was going to use these. And I also have this adorable stamp set that it's a Stampin' Up set, and it was a host celebration. Now, it's not something everyone could get, so I don't think everybody would have something like this in their stash. So I've been getting creative. I am going to use this on some of my cards, but I also thought if you don't have any Ladybug stamps and wanted to do something similar, I know everyone would have red and yellow pattern papers in their stash. So I went to this old Creative Memories punch that I have. This side's a 1 inch and this is a 3/4. I did have bigger circle punches, but I went with this size and I made my own little ladybug. And I thought this would be cute on some of them, but I definitely want to use my stamp set too, so I think I'll put this on some of them. And all that I did was do two of the larger 1-inch circle, cut it out in black and cut it out in a red scrap, and then I have some tiny little black gems that I put on the back. I cut it down the middle and glued them together, and I put a tiny little bit of foam tape up behind so that it would give it just a slight little bit of dimension. So I'm going to make a few of these and put them on the ones with the yellow panel in the middle. And I made my little daisy, and in the stickers there was some shadowing, and I liked that. So I went ahead and took my W1 Copic marker, and let me see where I put that marker. I can't find it right now, but I'll show you if I remember at the end. But I put some lines in it to give it some shadows, just like they did in the stickers. And I have a leaf punch. I cut this out of, I think it's Pear Pizzazz color. It might. And I'm wrinkling it up just to give it some dimension. I'm going to glue that on my daisy, and then I just have to decide where I'm going to put these things. That way it gives it a little bit of color. Let's get a little more glue on there. Get that stuck. I did also take my bone folder and go over my petals a little bit and just get them to curl some. And I also had 2 scraps of ribbon that I decided I want to put on this card. So I'm thinking that up in the corner. And I have some dies that are some word dies in my stash, and I cut it out in white and I cut it out in black and offset it. So this is what I'm thinking at this point, something like this. Alright, so one of my style cards is going to be this. Now when it comes to the other card, I stamped all of these out. I'm going to color them up, and I'm going to put that in with some of the daisies. Alright, so when I get them all finished, I'll show you the final product. Oh my goodness, they are finished. What do you think? Now, with the daisy die, I had these in my stash from Stampin' Up. They were Stampin' Up from a couple years ago. I used those in the center, but I wanted you to see, I got these at Michael's, these gems, no, Hobby Lobby, and those would look really cute in the middle also. So if you don't have to have those particular centers, or you could make a center out of a circle punch. But I shaded those, and there's the little circle ladybug. Now I made an extra one, but I didn't have that small size of the gem, and I just didn't think it looked right, so I didn't use that one. But that's how these turned out. I did 3 like this, and I just put them in different places just to give them some interest, and some of my dies said happy and hello. So here's my other set of the red, and I have that little ladybug behind there. So I am really pleased with how these turned out. I would love for you to tell me what you think down in the comments, and give me a like if you enjoyed seeing this process. These are my favorite, I think. The ones with the ladybug fluttering away. And I just colored them up with my alcohol markers. I have a variety. And I went with some yellow on the face and a little pink, and it was actually an apricot color, and then I put some yellow over that. But yeah, I think they turned out pretty darn cute, and I just had some pearls in my stash, some red ones and some off-white ones, and that's how they turned out. So I hope you give the Sheetload a try. You won't be disappointed. Just hop over to Crafty Owl's channel and subscribe, and you too can download yours. I hope you're having a great crafty day, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.